welcome to another episode of the English Prescription. We got some great news today. The man, the myth, the legend is back. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
How you doing, bud?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm glad you're back on the show with us.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So tonight we got Shane in here too. What's going on, Shane?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back, John.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we got a good one tonight. We're going to do a little Clearlake talk. We got Scot Savko, no stranger to Clearlake in the West Coast Championship. He took, third the first year and second 2 years ago up there?
Yeah, hey guys, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Looking forward to next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're the only one that's got the most interesting backdrop, you know. Got fishing stuff behind it.
It's very unorganized, I promise.
Yeah. Trust me, it's more organized than what I got right now.
Mr. Clearlake himself, Matt. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
What's up, Matthew?
How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, man.
So, a couple things. Happy birthday, Abel. It's Mr. Patino's birthday today.
Oh, man.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Old man.
He ain't that old yet, unfortunately. I think we still got a few years on him, Matthew. But, yeah. And don't forget, Hook44 on hookforlife.com for 10% off for your shipping. And not 10% off the shipping, 10% off your order, free shipping over 50. Check out the Headwaters Venture Company. Go support Brian and the guys down here and Steve-O and Harley in the Rancho Cordova shop. But get into what we wanted to talk about. So, Scott, when's the last time you've been up there?
Oh, I think it was the wild card, the West Coast Championship. Last year or last month?
Yeah,
July?
you did. What'd you do up there? What'd you do? You ended up doing something special?
Yeah, I ended up finishing 8th place and ended up qualifying for the Bassmaster Classic or the Bassmaster Championship next year in Texas, I believe. So
Lucky dog.
yeah, very excited, very excited to fish that, and just can't wait for them to drop the name of the lake.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be in California.
Hey, if they put it at Clearlake, I'll be happy, man. If they put it at the Delta, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna look good.
Something about you and Clearlake, Scott. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if it's just you're up there all the time or you just got to figure it out.
I think it has to do with me being up there a lot. I mean, when I first moved to NorCal, I fished Clearlake a lot out of a little float pontoon boat. So that was the lake I like to go to a lot. I've caught all of my PBs there, and it's either really nice to me or it's a kick in the butt. So, yeah.
Yeah. I've come to realize it hates my guts, so it's all right.
Nah, man. All it takes is one.
Mine too.
All it takes is one.
Change your PBs up there.
Yeah, but, it still hates me. I had that one fish that day. Granted, it was a good one. I was, first big live bait fish and everything. It was great. But, dude, tournament days, that thing kicks my butt every time. I don't understand it.
What was the PB you caught up there?
It was just over 6.
6'10", huh?
6'10", 6'1", yeah, 6'10", 20, 22 and a half, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Jeez. On a glide bait.
That's
too,
only
man.
That's only because there wasn't trout in there for him to catch.
Dude, I don't want to talk about trout and me for bass gear. I've caught more trout fishing for bass and Maloney's than I have bass, probably.
So live scope will do to you.
It's all dude. It's not even live scope. I caught him cranking. It smoked a jig on the fall. Shane and I were jigging, spooning. He's over there smashing spot after spot. I'm like, oh, there's one. Oh, that's a trout. It's Shane's fault. Every time I go fishing with Shane, I suck.
Hey, Shane has that power though. Shane has that big trout energy.
We met up. It's a funny story. Up there at what's that BAM where you got the hook in the finger, dude? Wasn't that a trout you caught? And you're trying to get the hook out, and you freaking
Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins. You're out there in the middle of a tournament, and you're catching trout, and you freaking go to get the hook out, and you get it stuck in your finger,
No,
man.
that was the weekend before. That was pre-fishing.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
That kid's ate that trout. He ate good too.
Got revenge on it.
Oh, it was straight through my pinky, and it was on a rock crawler. So I'm trying to hold the fish's mouth and get it unhooked, and it was every point in that fish's mouth. I couldn't get him unhooked. Flopped out of my hands at least twice, sitting there dangling from my pinky. And so we ate him.
And he said something to me. He said something to me, and I was like, man, he seems a little pissed off, but I didn't hear what he said. So I blew him off, dude. I just kept going. I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, man, James was a little pissed over there. And then later I found out what it was.
My snips were in the front hatch. I got the finally got the fish. The fish
He asked me for pliers, I guess, and I blew him off.
So I got the hook in one. I finally get the hook off the crankbait, cut the other ends off. No, I couldn't even do that because I had to get in my front hatch. Oh, they're just catching the other crankbait, and everything else. So I'm trying to fumble in there and find my snips. It was a great time.
I might have amputated my finger or something. I don't know if I could have. How'd you get the hook out? Did you end up having
it went through the top of the knuckle and back out. So just cut the barb off and pulled it back through.
Oh my god, that's gnarly, man.
That still wasn't as bad as the one the striper did to me in my calf. Stuck 2 hook points straight through my calf.
At least there's a lot of meat down there, man.
I tell you what, the one of the hooks went straight through past the barb, and the other one, like the hook point, was just under the skin. And have you ever tried to push the hook all the way through the rest of your skin? Oh my, dude,
it's tough.
It's tough, dude. It took a while, and when it finally broke through, it just goes like a big old pop out. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, your skin's a lot tougher than you think, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Anywho, so Matt, you were up at Clearlake 2 weekends ago,
27th and 28th.
and you did something up there.
Yeah.
Put a little beating on some boat guys, did you?
I was up there, I think Thursday. Amanda and I went up there before the BBT events that weekend and caught some fish. And then the weekend before that, Joseph Tax and I went up there and absolutely smashed them.
I saw that.
That first trip, Saturday, we had 28 pounds Saturday, 23 pounds on Sunday.
Nice.
The Thursday before the event, when Amanda and I went up there, I probably had right at 20 pounds. I ran all new water, just kind of junk fishing. And then Saturday in the BBT, the wind was forecasted to be non-existent, and it actually kicked up and was pretty brutal on Saturday. Actually, we saw you out there Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up with 23.56 for our best 5, and I had a 7.44 big fish. So that was good for 5th place overall and 2nd big fish for Saturday.
Nice.
That ain't bad at all.
Nope.
Bad at all.
What
And then
was that?
Sunday I had boat problems, so we didn't.
And you
fish
couldn't
Sunday.
even get to where you wanted to go because the wind was too
Yeah.
bad.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we actually caught all our fish pretty much off one spot. We ran it 3 times during that day. One little, probably 25-yard stretch, and caught all our fish off that one spot.
Man, that's the nice thing about Clearlake, though.
Yeah.
Is they just reload like that. You could sit on one spot for 8 hours and go 2 hours without a bite, but then all of a sudden you hit that bite window when they come in, and it's just on fire for 15 minutes. And
Well, that spot I actually found that spot pre-fishing for the Western qualifier, the Western wild card, and it was lights out in practice, and then on tourney day that algae blew in, and I struggled on tourney day. But I had checked it a couple times since then, and I mean I've caught some really nice fish off that spot in the last 3 months. I've been hitting it.
nice.
So.
Oh, man, that's a pretty good bag for not being able to get to where you wanted to go, though, man.
Yep.
That's solid.
So the year you took 2nd up there, right, Scott? You kind of sat in one spot.
Yeah, and the year I took 3rd, pretty
Was
much just stuck in one spot, and it was totally a timing bite too. Is like once the conditions were right, and they were only right for about, I don't know, an hour to 2 hours. It kicked off and magic happened. It was pretty incredible. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how it is out there. I haven't really been able to find like an all-day type of bite out there where it's just, you're running a pattern everywhere. Well, I mean, you're also in a kayak, so, it's hard to be able to cross the lake and go find that same, type of grass or rock or things like that. So,
Well, it's a lot harder if you want to leave and you do leave and then go, shoot, now I got to go all the way back because you wish you hadn't left.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So
I think that's the hardest thing as a kayak angler is you're sitting there knowing that something's going to happen and when is it going to happen, but do I leave? And then I think that's one of the more tougher mental things of kayak fishing for sure.
So it's going to be a different lake for those that have not been there since 22. It was 22. That was the year it was super tough. Matt, you took 7th that year,
Yep.
right?
I was 7th the last 2 years, but yeah, that year. It was what were we at? We were at. I think we were at a minus Rumsey that year.
Yeah.
It was because that was
like -2. I think it was pretty low.
Yeah. I know it was for the boats. It was what 5th Street and I think the Oaks. They did some work where those are the only 2 launches you can launch a boat out of.
Yep.
So right now we're sitting at +4. It's gonna be about +4 by the time we get up there next week.
Yeah,
so
it's dropping a quarter of a foot a week, I think, right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be about a 6-foot swing from when a lot of these out-of-state guys were there last, if they did not fish the native or in June.
Well, and even June, it's down
a
almost
lot.
2 feet from when we were there for the wild card event.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it dropped like a foot over the 30 days right after the tournament. It dropped a foot, and then I think when we were up there, 2 weekends ago, it's like 4.7.
Yeah, 4.6, 4.64 or something
4.7,
like that.
Yeah, something like that. So it's going to be down again.
Just
still plenty of stuff to fish. Yeah, we got a long ways to go before that.
So Matt, real quick, for any listeners out there, I mean, what is the Rumsey? Can you explain
so
kind of in general what that is?
There is a rock riffle in the bottom of Cache Creek, and that's kind of I guess you'd call it the dam for Clearlake. And when it is full, it's at 7.2 Rumsey, I believe, is full, and that is when the water is just pouring over the top of that riffle. And then from there, I mean, it's still measured in feet, but they just call it the Rumsey gauge. And so it drops from there. And usually in the summertime, as long as we're not in a drought, this is about normal for what we got for water. Thankfully, the last 2 winters have been pretty good to us with rain, and hopefully that continues. But yeah. So like right now, I mean, all the boat landings are usable. There's nothing. I know when we were up there in 2022, there were some areas where you could be going along and you'd actually hit bottom, or you hit like a big rock sitting on shore that
I remember
there.
trying to get through Brados, and it was you almost had to use a paddle.
Yep. Yeah. There's nothing like that. There's no hazards right now.
Yeah.
You can run that point out in front of Brados where the pole is on the point. You can run right across that. I guess jetty. If you want to call it a jetty, I guess it's just a point, rock point. You can run over the top of that.
Shoal signs are the rocks around there are underwater.
Yeah.
I think good. Chris was asking how far has it gone down since native tournament in April? Shoot, it's probably
3 feet.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
Yep.
So I think when you and I went up there the end of May, that was, I mean, it's down probably 3 feet since then because that grass is about 3 feet under the surface.
It was just over 7 when you and I were up there in May.
Yeah. So it's
and
gone
like
down a bit.
For example, that area is not even fishable anymore.
Yeah.
So
because I think in the native tournament, if I'm not mistaken, that was right around when they had the 5 mile weight, no weight, 30 yards off the shoreline or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's at 7.8 when they do that, right?
Yeah, somewhere around 7.8, 7.6.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. So
it should be low enough. It should be low enough to get underneath the bridge at Rodman's, right?
You can easily go under the bridge. Yeah. You can get under the bridge at the native event. You just couldn't have your rods up.
Definitely laying down. I think you had. Yeah.
I put my rods down in the native event.
Yeah. So Matt, you were up 2 weeks ago. So from all the reports I've heard, fish are biting pretty much everywhere, anywhere. You're going to catch a lot of fish doing some things, small fish.
Yep.
There are a lot of small fish in the system, but the big ones are still biting because they took 27 on that Saturday and some change to win.
Yep.
That same team went back out Sunday and had 25 and some change.
That's insane.
God, man.
And they fished
So-
the same spot both days, and it was a 50-yard stretch.
Yep. And
Who won that?
If you want to know what they're doing, do your research.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you.
Was that
It's,
Bailey?
No, it wasn't Bailey.
Oh, okay.
It's Bailey doesn't fish BBT. I think he just does
Gotcha.
new gen. Those boys, though, they found that in practice, and they were not alone. There was a bunch of boats sitting there with them. I know exactly where they were, but there was quite a few boats around them, and they just happened to pick the spot that had the bigger average fish than those other guys. That's just how it goes. But you're right. Yeah, the fishing's pretty much wide open. You can catch fish all around the lake doing just about anything you can imagine. I mean, obviously, there's some things that are going to work for bigger fish. But yeah, if you like to fish deep, if you like to spot lock and you're Robert Yamamoto with a spinning rod in your hand and a drop shot, you're going to catch fish. If you like to run around and throw a frog, you're probably going to catch fish, up shallow. I mean, so I think most people will be pleasantly surprised in that limits should not be hard to come by.
Unlike 22, where that was hard to do.
Yeah, exactly.
The only guy
Now,
that won't-
There's a
the guy
flip side of
struggling.
that. There is a flip side of that. You can fish an area today in the morning and have just a blast catching fish nonstop, and you can go there tomorrow and not catch a thing.
The
Guys,
joys
so
of
that-
2-day tournaments.
The algae
3 days.
right now. The algae
Yeah, technically
right now
3, yeah.
Is it's there 1 minute, gone the next.
It's blowing around the lake
So-
with the wind, and the wind normally is a northwest, and we have had a lot of days where it's been southeast wind lately. So if you are, say, Scot, you fished there a long time ago, traditionally, let's say Lakeport. Traditionally, Lakeport never had algae problems. Lakeport's got algae problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
And when I say algae problems, you can go there today, and it might just be like nasty looking water, but not too bad. And you can go there tomorrow, and it looks like redbud, where it's like on the surface, blue chunks dried up, floating.
Dunking up your reel.
Yep. And it literally, today it's that, and tomorrow it's not.
Like, so when I was there, I fished that Saturday, Sunday, right before it went off limits. And where I was at Sunday morning was super clean, beautiful looking. I went around, checked some other stuff, and I was like, oh, let me cruise back over there. I went to go over there, and I saw it from a distance. I turned around, headed back to the ramp, and went home.
Joseph Tax and I, the day we caught the 28 pounds, we fished a section. It was beautiful. I mean, just beautiful water. We went down the bank. I don't know. We probably fished a half mile down the bank. We were like, nah, we're going to go back up and do that again. So we cranked up and ran back up there, and you couldn't see in the water.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
What just happened?
That's crazy.
So in the
So-
time it took us to fish that stretch, it
Yeah.
just died. It just went away, the bite completely.
The weather's supposed to cool after this Saturday. It's supposed to
Yep.
get back down to the mid-90s. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we got some lows in the low 50s that week we're there. So hopefully it'll kind of keep it at bay a little bit. But
It is supposed
So-
to be. I mean, it's a week out, but it is kind of looking like it's supposed to get windy. But out there, it seems like it gets windy in late afternoon when we're off the water type of thing. So hopefully,
It's- been that way, it looks like about every day, about 2:30, 3 o'clock, the winds are supposed to pick up. And they, like Matt's saying, they're going every which direction,
Yep.
blowing that algae around everywhere. So
yeah.
hopefully
It ain't just the algae; it's the colored water that is blowing around.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah. 'Cause I had that nice coffee stain where I saw you that one day,
Mhm.
and that wasn't that bad. But there's still, I mean, and that's the funny thing is that coffee stain could be, you can go 200 yards that way and it was gone, and then you hit that one little pocket. It's just all looks like coffee. Then you come around the corner and nice, not clean water, but
Yeah.
Better water.
You guys catch them in the coffee water? Oh man, all right.
You can catch them anywhere.
I shy away
ain't-
from it.
I'm not going to say it's the winning pattern, but you can
Yeah.
definitely catch them in the clean.
Yeah.
You can catch them in that. I can go to Redbud and put a fish in
Yeah,
the
oh,
boat.
yeah, for sure.
It ain't fun.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Nah.
I say Redbud. I mean, the rattlesnake's the same way. You know, that stuff's coming up your line, clogging the reel, clogging the guides.
Yep.
But you can still catch fish in it.
100%.
So yeah, I mean, don't. If you got an area you want to check it. Don't be afraid to look because, like I said, look at the wind direction that night because you might show up the next morning and it's gone. You might have that 3, 4, 5 hour stretch you need in the morning to get your good limit and be on your way and then go hunt for something else out of the nastiness. So
Yeah.
don't be discouraged by it. It's changing. I say it changes by the hour because I mean I can watch it slowly come in on me on Sunday and you're like, all right, it's getting a little bit worse, and that wind just shifted just enough to where you have that little bit of wind current and it just blows it right in there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Staying up there at York's place, he has a good spot that looks over Soda Bay, and like in the afternoon, you can just watch that algae just going across the lake, coming in towards Soda
In
Bay.
waves. Just waves of it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
there's clear water in between the waves.
Yep, it's pretty nuts.
Yep. Just froggy
Did I see
algae
that
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Max's winning pattern.
Did I see that I guess official practice end is 12 on Thursday?
Yes,
Noon
you
on
have to be
Thursday.
Huh.
Yep,
off,
noon.
off the water on noon on Thursday. That's correct.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
To let's see, how do I say that? To put you at a little more ease. To put you at a little more ease, I would not put a whole lot of faith in practice. And what I mean is, like, I'm off all week. I'm going to fish Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning. That's it.
Yeah.
If you have an area where you are confident in, I wouldn't care what happens in practice.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
It's going to be, in a way, it's going to be a roll of the dice as to whose water is fishable on tourney days.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily
Yeah.
the water that you find in practice. So the guys coming in from out of town, pick a ramp and go fishing.
Yep. And that's the thing is, you know, you got a couple of days, spend a couple of days, look at a few of the areas, find out what is in that area, right? Don't necessarily go around and beat up all your fish, but spend time graphing, looking what's there, what's what looks good, where the fish should live, and whatnot. You know, I'd probably do more of that than focus on putting them in the boat. I'd say.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to, like, if you get out there on the water and it just looks nasty and it's unfishable, it's gunking up your reels, don't be afraid to just go change launches too. I mean,
Yep.
better than trying to, motor 3 or 4 miles away from your spot. I mean, if it's nasty, then just get out of there and go find something prettier.
Or pay attention to the wind, right? The wind might shift and it
Yeah,
might
keep
blow
an
it
eye
out.
on that. Yeah.
Keep an eye on the wind directions. Look at the wind forecast. Know that, all right. I mean, granted, the wind's supposed to blow out of, what was it, Matt? We were going to go fish one section one day, and it was supposed to be blowing into that area, and we're like, We turned around, went did a different way, and it was like slick calm all day long.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, they do get it wrong, but pay attention to it. Use that as a kind of reference on how you want to plan your day around what you are looking for.
And it's been shifting during the day. Day one of the BBT, when we saw you, we had just crossed the lake, and it was blowing. Like, we spent more time in the air than in the water running across the lake.
Yeah.
And when we weighed in that afternoon, it was glass. Just out of the blue, it just slicked off. The Thursday when Amanda and I were up there was a fire up by Dutcher's house, and she wanted to go see it. And I told her, I was like, man, I said, I don't like the way this looks, because it was blowing like from the back of Rodman towards Nice, which is where Dutcher lives. And I was like, man, that ain't going to look good for Dutcher and them. And so we ran up there and watched it for a minute. And while we were sitting there, the wind shifted and blew the fire away from town, like just all of a sudden. So even if the forecast says it's going to do something,
Yeah.
that ain't necessarily what's going to happen.
Exactly. But I mean, it's a good thing to look at, right? And it gets big. And like it was windy that Saturday, but I think it wasn't anything major, but that lake just gets big quick.
Yep.
You know.
Because when we started running to where you were, we hit the first couple waves and came out the water. And I told Joe, I was like, man, I said, is that wakeboard boat wakes or are this wind waves? And he's like, it's got to be boats, wakeboard boats. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. It's only 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning. I said, wakeboard boats shouldn't be out here. They just kept coming, and we kept launching into the air. And I'm like, bro, this is bad.
Yeah.
Gotta get out of here.
we got real wet going across the lake.
Yeah. That was funny. I just got on the water too, and I didn't get a phone call from Matt. He says, "Is that you over there?" I was like, "Hey, you got GPS on me or what?" It should be the other way around. Anyway, GPS on you. So yeah, guys, it should be a good event. I said, plan for a couple different areas. If you're worried about it, pack light. Plan on multiple launches for the day, and just plan your day accordingly. You know what you're good with. You know what you're looking for. If you got oh.
I love
That's
you.
attention.
It's so much like
That's Lulu. Lulu.
She your boat dog?
No, she's
No.
a princess. She turns into a gremlin, though.
She wants that attention. So yeah, guys. Anything else, Matt, that you can think of that they may need to know?
waypoints.
Waypoints.
We're not giving away to.
Hey,
Sure,
not that I need to know. I'm not even in the event, so
Well, like I said, it's going to be anybody's event. I mean, I fish up there all the time, but the lake is just fishing that good. I mean, look what Drew Bowles did in that Western Wild Card when he just destroyed it. And it was a flurry, It was a flurry. He caught them all in one spot, first thing in the morning, and then it was just done. He couldn't upgrade.
Yeah.
Didn't get bit after 9 o'clock.
Yep.
What
And
do you
I
think?
haven't had that. I got multiple areas, but I mean, like you said, don't be afraid to swap launches. The area that Joseph and I caught that 23-pound bag in the BBT, that is one spot. There is a launch that I can access that, but there's nothing else within 2 miles of there that holds fish.
Yeah.
So if either one of us, he wants to fish it, if I want to fish it, I mean, we're going to have to fish that and then leave because there's nothing else there.
Yeah. What do you think it's going to take to win the West Coast Championship over 2 days?
188 probably.
The 94 day. Yep.
I'm gonna go 192.
I would go
Yeah.
more. I would go more, except for the fact that, like I said, there's so many areas that you can fish today, and tomorrow you won't catch a fish in it.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact. I mean,
Yeah.
I ran into Ryan Murphy on Thursday. He was on fish. That was when Amanda and I were out there. I caught quite a few fish behind him, and we hit that area Sunday morning because we had boat problems. And I was like, man, if we can make it there, I know there's fish. We made it there Sunday morning, and I think we caught 2 little 10-inch, 12-inch fish.
What won it in 20? Was it 21? The first time they did it. Do you guys remember what that?
Mike Lavoie won it, but I don't remember what it was.
That was Lavoie, and he did.
He smoked him. I know that. 'Cause, I think he had 100 inch
200, I
days.
think. He had almost 200 inches.
Yeah,
That would be crazy. That'd be crazy to see.
that's doable. You just it's one of those things.
25-pound bag and a 27-pound bag at that tournament.
Okay.
I mean, that's all of 200 inches right there plus.
Yep. I fully
So
expect
I mean,
to
it
have
can
at
happen.
least- Yep. Saturday when Joe and I put up 23.56, I fully expect us to have 25 pounds, and we lost 3 5-pounders that day that would have put us around that 25, 26 pounds.
Yeah.
So
And then,
Lavoie
yeah.
had a 97.5-inch bag on day 1 and 103 on day 2.
Oh my
So we had
god.
200.5 inches.
Well, and I mean, the Sandbagger event was in September, and I had 104 and a half, and I only had one fish that I measured in that was caught at night. Everything else was during the daytime. So, I mean, it's doable.
Yeah, but that one
Yeah.
fish was what, like a 22 and some change, right? That was your big
No,
one you caught.
both of the I had 2 over 7, and both of those were caught during the daytime. One,
Okay.
but one was in the evening and one was in the morning.
I got you.
So,
Yeah,
Didn't Cayman from Utah win it in 22?
he won it in 22.
Yeah. So for those who are coming in from out of town or out of state, like, you find the right water, like you can do that. Like,
It's anybody's game.
pretty
To be
incredible.
honest
He's
with you,
from
Clear
Utah,
Lake's one of
he's
those
out
type
here.
of lakes, dude. If you're
Yeah.
just in the right
this
spot,
is crazy. So from 21, it took Lavoie with 200.5 inches to win. 22 came in won with 197.5. 21-inch difference bag. He had 93 on day 1, 86.5 on day 2.
Well, he caught that giant on day 1 too. I think he got like a 23-incher or 22.75 or something like that.
that was the mag draft fish.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
bring up bad memories, Matt, but you cracked 90.5 on day 1
I know.
and 65.25 on day 2.
I only had
Still-
4 fish.
Still took 7th place. That was in 22. So
I
It's gonna be-
GoPro'd.
so he's speaking the truth. He showed up on day 1.
Yep.
They were biting. Showed up on day 2, and
No, they bid on day 2. I
Oh.
GoPro'd that whole tournament, and I will release the footage one day. I hooked my 5th fish 3 different times on a frog and lost him all 3 times, including one in the last, I knew how long it took me to get back to the ramp, and I was like, I have to leave at this time. And when that time came, I was like, I'm not leaving. I'll run the motor and pedal. And I fished for like an extra 2 minutes, and I had one about 17 inches hit the frog, and I got him halfway back to the boat, and he threw it.
Oh god.
And I mean, that would have been
ouch.
that would have made a big difference that year.
is that the one you caught that Chapo fish doing about 6 miles an hour?
No, that was last year on the Delta. I was doing
Okay.
6.2 and caught one on the Chapo.
You're just speed fishing?
Yep, it was 19 and a half inches.
'Cause I remember you saying you're traveling back to traveling somewhere.
I was headed back to my good spot,
Yeah,
and I was just pitching the Chapo as I went. And I was
That's
at
funny.
6.2 miles an hour, and that fish blew up. I have that on GoPro too.
That
I wanna
was,
see what
all
happened.
all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
so I was listening.
That's when you
to-
forget how to turn off the motor, right?
I just turned. I just foot steering.
Yeah.
I just turned hard and just held on. I was like, "Come on, baby!"
I was listening to KBN from this. Oh my God, why can't I say the river name? Anyway,
Susquehanna.
yes, there you go.
It was a
Even
valiant
Miner
effort.
did the same thing. Caught a 19 some change while he had his motor on his NK300 on hot, just
Yep.
going hot, fishing, burning the Chapo back. Caught a 19 some change up doing that. So I was like, I thought of you when I heard that story.
I said, "I got that one on GoPro. I'll do a short clip of that one."
That's fun, yeah.
I think that needs to be released to the public.
I've done that a few times, not that fast, but like you got the motor going, you hook into it, and then you're fumbling with the fish, and like you're crashing into stuff. Like, why am I moving? Oh, the motor's on. Before I had foot steering.
I released a clip last week on a certain page under somebody's comment of me with something at Clearlake that would be very, very beneficial to a lot of people right now.
Everyone's
You'd have to find
All
it.
right. Some detective work going on tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, just share it with me later.
Specialty OnlyFans
Oh, I
bass
think-
fishing
I think I
page.
know what
I
page
know,
that was. Yeah. You
Why
can
does
look-
that picture your feet and then you holding the bass?
All right, so this is just
They're not
promotion
judging
for
the
your
fish;
page.
they're judging his feet.
do we gotta talk to Amanda, Matt?
She is back from Hawaii. She got back this morning.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
dude, that's funny. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it, guys. It should be a fun event. You're gonna catch your share of fish, hopefully. June was tough for me. I didn't catch crap all week and ended up catching a limit on tournament day. So
Hey,
Who's gonna
man,
win
there
it,
you
it
John?
go.
happens.
Who's going to win it, John? Who's your prediction?
Oh, where'd he go?
Oh, he disappeared.
Oh, he's coming back. Hold on.
He said, I'm not answering that question.
There you go, Johnny.
Sorry about that. I'm having some technical difficulties here.
You haven't used that computer in so long. I forgot how to work.
I had to use my phone. The computer's jacked up.
Oh,
What's your prediction for the winner? Who's got it?
Tough question.
He's putting them on the spot.
What's my prediction?
Yeah.
Who's going to win it?
Let's see. It's going to be a new person that hasn't won one yet. They're going to have close to 200 inches. And I would say, I always favor Damien just because, Damien's Damien, right?
Yep. Yep.
I'd be crazy not to say his name.
Yep.
If I was fishing, I'd say myself because I don't show up unless I'm going to win it,
That's right.
Damn right.
So I'm going to have to go with Damien.
You have to pull the win off by proxy through Damien. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Drew's still on fish. He's made a couple comments.
Yeah.
He's
He's had a few mid-20s bags here recently that I know of.
Yeah, Drew's going to be tough to beat. Matt's always, you're always a contender up there. Scot's always in the mix. It's tough. It's a tough one. I don't think. I almost think it's going to be an out-of-towner. I almost want to say that.
I would say
I'd
least
buy that.
for contention-wise, I would say you better look out for Robert Yamamoto.
He's on a hot streak.
That's why I say that, because he's got so much momentum coming into it. His bite will definitely put fish in the boat. It's no secret what he does. We call him the Fairy One Princess for a reason.
Yeah, he's got top shot.
Yep.
It will put fish in the boat, and I think in fishing tournaments, momentum is huge. And when Damien gets on a roll, it takes a while before he ever comes down. And Robert's
really
riding
sucks.
that wave right now. Yeah, it does.
It really sucks.
I went out and bought a couple packs of yum worms for the Maloney's tournament, dude. I didn't even catch one fish on one of those, dude.
Maloney's was tough, man.
Gosh, no, Maloney's was tough, dude. Top four. Only caught a limit, dude.
I did hear one thing today on a report. I'm not going to give out the juice, but you guys can find it. It all depends upon where Robert decides to do that at. Because I heard something today that made me a little discouraged. So I'm kind of rethinking my game plan, but I'm not.
Doc Talk's already coming out, dude.
I'm gonna go see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see for it myself. I'm hoping to get up there Saturday. Take
Fairy
a little
wand
game
number
around.
2.
No, I ain't doing that. I will have some on. I will. Yes, I will.
Yep.
But-
Max Lee's going to be another one.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
There's
Absolutely.
some stuff that I think like I said, the bite's wide open, but it's narrowing down that depth range you need to be in, and narrowing down what structure you need to fish.
To me, it's more the fact that their fish are less affected by all the pre-fishing that goes on. You get all those people. What do we average? 180 people on the lake for this tournament or this weekend?
What they have last year? I'll tell you. This wasn't last year. So this was
it'd be 2 years ago.
125.
126.
126.
125. Yep.
So you got to figure at least Tuesday through Thursday, the water is going to be beat up, and traditionally, shallow fish take the beating the most.
That's true. So the first year we were there, we had really only 79 the first year.
I wasn't here for that. I wasn't back yet.
What?
21. Really?
Yeah, I fished.
I was
that
here
one.
in 21, but I didn't qualify. I don't think I qualified for that one.
Yeah, I
Wow.
fished 21. I fished 22.
So 21, Bryce had big fish at 23 and a half. That's a monster.
Oh yeah, Bryce is gonna be fishing this one, right? I imagine
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
I would-
I'm pretty
The
sure.
guy you gotta look out
So-
for.
Yep.
He
Yeah, because
always does well at Clearlake.
yeah, because he was pretty stoked when we ate dinner at the wild card event. He said he was stoked to be able to come up twice. So yeah, he'll be here for that one. Him and Lance and him and Lance and Bradley probably coming up for that.
Yeah, the Garcias are coming back up. I mean, let's see, big fish. So 23 and a half, 2 years in a row was big fish up there.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, Gilbert's, it ain't no secret what Gilbert's doing. He's right there with Robert. But that man can catch him up there, dude.
Yep. On his little
every
Texas
time.
rig.
He's always doing it. Always doing it.
Yep. He's very consistent.
Very consistent with. I'm not gonna. If you guys don't know, I'm not gonna give out Gilbert's juice. I won't do that to him. But if you know,
Some of us know where it is.
well, not the spots, but what he does. We all know. I mean, those of us that know him knows exactly what he's throwing. It's funny, but
Nah, man, I think it's gonna be a HUD bite. HUD bite
Absolutely.
next week. All week, just a HUD bite.
slow rolling the hood. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can go big or small. It seems like on presentations, you're gonna catch fish. Go. I would say go with what you're confident in. Fish in the depth range with what you're confident in, and go with your confidence. And put fish in the boat, and hopefully find the right 5.
What's the water temp been up there?
It's
Starts-
warming back up.
Yeah, it's like 77, 76 in the mornings.
heard
It gets up
it's-
to 81, 82 in the
Well, we're
afternoons.
hitting 100 degrees
Not bad.
now for the next few days. I bet you, because it cooled that Saturday we were there. It cooled down super quick for a short period of time. And I saw 79 when I saw you Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah. We put sweatshirts on that morning.
Yeah,
It was
so
cold
and that
when we
was
left at lunch.
that was like 1 or 2 days of a cooler temp. So what was it? I just looked at it earlier today. We're talking. So Monday's a low 59, 60, 60. But it depends on what weather forecast you're looking at. Some are showing lows in the 60s, some are showing lows in the mid lower 50s at night.
That'll be
for next
nice.
week.
Yeah.
So we could still have that 79 to 82 degree water temp. It could be a little bit warmer. We don't know. I mean, we'll have to see when we get there.
So, James and Matt, are you guys fishing all 3 events? Are you guys fishing the Lakeport and Chris Laird?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So,
think so. I haven't seen the Lakeport one yet on where to sign up for it.
oh yeah, I haven't seen it either.
It's not been posted yet. I talked to the guy. His sister runs it, and he said that they are definitely having it. So
Last
it
time I
will be
spoke to him, he
posted.
did. Yeah, he was
It's supposed to
saying
be
the same
Friday,
thing.
right, Matt?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, so if they're having that tournament, let's for those coming in and want to win some more money and prizes and whatnot, like definitely it's Lakeport Bait and Tackle.
Yeah.
Definitely sign up for that, and they have a good little award ceremony on Friday at
They
the tackle
usually give
shop.
away like a rod. I'm not gonna say what he's doing this year. I don't know.
Yeah,
And he
Years
did move
past.
the shop. The shop has been moved. For those that don't know, he's by 5th Street now.
Yeah,
It's a nice shop.
he's
It's a
got a
nice
nice,
shop, too.
nice bigger shop. It's really nice now. He's got a lot of stuff in there. The Lakeport one, I think, was like $35.
Yeah, it's
last
fairly
time we
cheap.
Fished it.
yeah.
It wasn't much. I'm planning on doing all 3. I'm gonna say I'm gonna wait till I get up there and fish it before I sign up for Chris Laird. Because Monday morning I'm gonna be at work at 3 o'clock in the mornings and come around really early. So if I can leave Saturday night, that'd be kind of good.
Hey,
But
fair enough, man.
it'll be exhausting after 5 days of fishing. So
I can't wait.
oh, dude, it's gonna be a blast. So guys, if you haven't made your plans to get up there yet, start looking. I know there's still sites at State Park that are available if you're going camping route, or start booking Airbnbs or whatever you got to do to get up there. But it opens up on Saturday. You have all day until Wednesday to fish, and then Thursday, don't forget to be off the water at noon. Not leaving your spot at noon, be off the water at noon. Keep them honest. The guys that are going to be free fishing for the Chris Laird Memorial will be out there on Friday. So there may or may not be some guys that are still on the water. I don't think they have to follow by the 12 o'clock. Oh, that's Thursday. Never mind. I'm a day ahead of myself. Just keep that in mind. West
And
Coast
read the rules.
Check the rules. Yeah, check the rules.
Read the rules.
No, Troy, West Coast Championship has nothing to do with points. That's a standalone event. Chris Laird should beat for points.
Yeah.
West
Read the
Coast
rules
is-
and read
Yep.
the ramp list.
Yes, there is a ramp list. Oh, thank you, Matt. There's a look on the West Coast Championship website page. There's under, I don't remember what tab it was, but find it. There's a list of about 9 launches, I think.
Just
Don't-
added Born Bega to it as well, so that might be
Don't-
another one.
Don't launch out of a non-approved launch ramp. So do your homework. Figure out what ramp is by where you like to fish, and launch accordingly. How many people will catch a limit this weekend, Max?
Will not catch a limit.
Will not. One, me.
There will be a
on.
couple. There will
Come
definitely be a
on.
couple. And the only reason I say that is because, like I said, that if you're in that area and that bad water blows in, and you can't figure out what to do to change your style to accommodate the
Yeah.
fish in that area, you're gonna struggle.
If when and if that algae blows in on you, either A, need to adapt to it, B, get the hell out of the area and go fish in new water.
And it's not like the fish vacate the area; they're there.
Yeah.
They just might not bite what you found them doing in practice, so you will have to be able to adapt to it.
And the levels of algae that are on top of the water affect what you need to throw. That's what I'm going to leave it at because I've experienced that. And what's crazy is I've fished some nasty algae before, but it's like this year the surface stuff is so bad. Like I don't remember it gunking up my guides and my stuff that bad on my rods in the years past. It's always been thick and like nasty pea soup, but I've never had it the carry back on my line like I had this year.
I can send
Only
you a
had that at
video.
Redbud.
I can send you a video right now of an 8-pounder that I caught in water like that. It was at night. And so when I turned my headlamp on to take the video, you can see that algae floating that I was dealing with. And I was having to clean it off my rod constantly.
Yep.
And still had an 8-pounder that had probably a 10-inch catfish down its throat. You can see the tail hanging out.
Oh,
So
jeez.
they're there. They will eat in it.
Yep.
It's just not fun to fish.
How much
It's
work
not
do you
fun.
want to put into it? Yeah.
Yeah. And don't, I mean, yes, like I said, don't be afraid to fish it. Like I said, they are there. You may have to change your profile or color or something, but we'll leave it at that. Don't give up if you don't want to. How big the Bass Federation tournament is this weekend? I don't know what weekend that is. This weekend we're doing it, or like
think
this
it's this
Saturday,
weekend.
Sunday.
Yeah, this Saturday,
weekend.
Sunday.
I have no idea. Who cares? Go fish it. Our pre-fish starts on Saturday, right? I mean, they do it to us all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fair game as of Saturday. So I'm not saying if these guys are fishing a tournament, right, do the right thing, give them the water. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't be that guy. But if you're afraid of that, I mean, don't be afraid to go fish. You know.
I don't
That's
know
out.
how many boats came in on the wild card.
Oh my God, Shane. That was
Remember that, Scott? Like boat after boat after boat, just crossing our line. It's like, dude, seriously? Are you kidding me?
I mean, that's
But-
why I went up there to the BBT. I was with the mindset, if they ask me if they can fish that area, I will turn around and leave. They're fishing for money that day. I'm not, right? So I have no problem turning over the water to those guys.
Yep.
So,
Like I said, my pre-fish starts Tuesday.
yep.
Amanda and I are
Unfortunately-
going to Shasta for the weekend. So
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice, man.
Have fun.
no, we're not fishing. We're just going to play, hike.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Hopefully,
got a-
hopefully
I've-
some waterfalls are running.
I've got to work till Tuesday, so my crew fish start Wednesday. Unless I don't have to work Saturday, I'm shooting up this weekend. So, hoping to get that extra day out. There's one area I want to go check out a little bit better.
Regretfully, I won't be there this following weekend.
John, you're going to be there.
Be there in spirit, man.
Heck
Yeah. I'll
John,
be
you
watching.
just take care of yourself and get yourself strong.
You know what I'm going to do,
Exactly.
John? Bring an extra battery pack for my phone. I'm going to put you on live. I'll just FaceTime
There you
the whole
go.
time.
There you go.
Do that.
Just look away when I got to pee, all right?
I might even show you something too that might surprise you.
We ought to have this. You ought to have the
Proven this,
streaming
dude.
up and just
Jack
have everybody
James.
on the stream.
Yeah, that's what I should do.
We'll all just click on the link and we'll all be talking and fishing together, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it.
John wasn't quite impressed with the Olympic pole vaulter that
No.
he's got something to show you more impressive.
Yeah.
I must miss something.
Now, if I lose a fish,
Oh, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you just look it up.
Yeah.
French pole vaulter disqualified.
Yeah.
His shalong got in the way and knocked
His salon got in the way and knocked off the,
knock the bar
no
down.
joke.
Yeah, they zoomed in on it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He was well endowed too, by the way. Might have been a bottle of water, but I don't know. They hide those bottles of water all over, so who knows?
Oh, jeez. That took a turn for the worse. No.
You know, they had not off that subject, obviously.
Right?
They had a tournament at one time where you had to get on and stream for that tournament.
Oh, really?
What was
That's cool.
Yeah, what was that? You had like it was a short block, and they paired you up against somebody, and both people had to have their screens up doing the live stream for that hour or whatever it was, hour and a half.
Like a just regular boat tournament, or
No, it was kayaks did it.
Oh, it was
man.
kayak.
Kayakers, yeah. It was like brackets. And when it was your time, matter of fact, was it Cody Henley? One of the boys from Utah came out here because I ran into him at Clearlake. He was here doing it.
Huh.
But yeah, you actually brought it up and streamed live for that hour and a half period that you were paired up against whoever was in your bracket, and it was all done live. It just never
Nice.
caught on, but
Yeah.
kind of something different.
I'd hate
Yeah.
to be in that morning bracket hungover. I would not be entertaining, I promise. First thing in the morning, that first hour, nope.
Oh yeah. Or me, man. If equipment failures drive me up the wall. If I had an
man.
equipment failure, it would be a meltdown.
Oh yeah.
So,
Wind does that
speaking
to
of
me.
equipment failures, Matt, what'd you do a month or so ago back in on the ramp?
Oh man, jeez. Oh. Twice that week
We
I
won't
dumped the
talk
boat off
about
the trailer. You can't say that on live, man. I gotta sell that boat one of these days. Yeah, don't unhook your boat until you back it down the ramp. Not boat, kayak. Kayak. I didn't do it with the boat. I did it with the kayak.
Oh,
Or your boat too.
yeah, or
Yeah,
your
probably
boat.
not good either.
Right?
Although that was not. I didn't have an equipment failure because the boat still worked.
It worked great. Yeah,
Yeah.
we still fished all day.
Once I got it in the
'cause
water.
You've got the powder coated tubes, huh? On your trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You know what though? I had never had it happen before, and I unhooked. We were at Riviera, and I unhooked the bow, and I turned the corner, and I had the windows rolled down, and
Oh.
as soon as the wheels like touched that decline, I went whoop, and James heard me and turned around, and there was nothing I could do. I mean, I could have gunned it in reverse and tried to get it to the water, but I mean, I didn't brace it, it just slid off faster.
Or you run it
Yeah.
You
over.
would have been able to go get it.
And I had the torpedo down, so it was bouncing on the torpedo. It was just going down the ramp. I was like, gracious day.
Here we pull it up, look at it. He's like, "Oh, it looks good." Rock Rock's little boots, like moves it back, and
hey,
we go.
better
take
better
off.
to kayak than the whole trailer and truck.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's ripping. The wind is ripping. And Matt's like, "All right, we're going." He cuts across the lake. I was like, "Oh." Whew.
It was pretty big that day, too.
That was real big that day.
Took us a while to get the monitor.
I had the bunker factory going on there, and then on the way back, it slicked off, and I was like, "All right, cool." So I'm fishing, doing my thing. And I was like, "I'm supposed to pick up in the afternoon." And I was looking at my watch. I was like, about halfway across the lake, it started picking up and blowing good. I was like, "Oh, here
Yeah.
we go."
Yeah,
I
definitely
took
beware.
I took the long way down across, and I ended up running into you guys again. They didn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to fish the Narrows, if you want to fish the north part of the lake on whichever side is the wind, what's that, windward side, the windward side, or if you're down in either arm, redbud or rattlesnake, if you have to cross any of that water, man, be mindful, because if you get across and that wind kicks up, you may not come back.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
It was borderline. Like I was questioning myself when I crossed the lake that morning, and then on the way back, I was like, probably should have left about a half hour ago.
Yep. I got called out on the north end. I launched at Rodman, fished to 5th Street, and then cut across the center of the lake to Lucerne and fish back to Rodman. And I was out there in the middle going across to Lucerne, and this boater pulls up and he's like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like,
No.
"What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going to Lucerne." He's like, "Man, you got some big cojones." I was like, yeah. It's perfectly flat, but I mean, it doesn't always stay that way. And when it kicks up,
No,
man,
it kicks up quick.
It can build up real quick.
So do you know if that situation does happen, can we have somebody pick us up somewhere else to not get disqualified? Is that?
I would call the TD first.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Call the TD and then just tell them, hey, it's just too dangerous to,
To cut across,
go back across.
Yep.
Because I don't think they allow us to put in at one and take out another typically.
I don't know that there's a rule against it, but in just spitballing off the top of my head, I would think you would have to use an approved ramp to take back out, even if you did have to take out somewhere else.
I mean, I guess in a safety situation, I mean, just get off the water. I mean, hands down, get off the water. Don't worry about this getting disqualified. Take care of yourself, your equipment. And
no money's worth it.
There, right? Yeah.
No money's worth it.
You're going to spend up losing more money in gear or whatever falls out of your kayak trying to go back across the lake if you go over than it is that you're going to win. I mean, we all have way too much money and crap on our boats. So
that's always part of my morning prayer for tournament days is just pray that everybody knows their limitations and doesn't try and surpass them just because it's a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sure ain't worth it.
No.
It's very, very, like I said, that lake gets big and gets big quick. So if you're not comfortable, there's plenty of houses in the area that have ramps. I'm sure that, don't feel like an idiot to go knock on a door if you got to get your stuff back up somebody's driveway.
Yep.
Take care of yourself. So,
more often than not, they'll definitely help you. Yeah.
There's plenty of places around the lake where you can get out and be safe.
Unless you go to a boat, to a Karen's house, that could be a problem. But
or if you go to like Redbud in the middle of the morning, the tweakers may not really take care of your stuff too well for you.
Oh, they'll take care of it for you.
Yeah, right to the pawn shop.
Have no fear.
Right.
They will get it all out of the water.
Dawn said
we'll take care
he went to a lady's house and she denied him. Said she wouldn't help. Yeah, that was a Karen then for sure.
Yep.
They're out there.
Don't look like a creeper when you're walking up their back.
Peering in the windows.
Hello.
I remember.
Sounds like
fences, trying to find somebody to help you. You gotta be mindful.
I remember years ago, I had a pro-am and I launched at a Redbud and dead flat. I launched at a Redbud, went all the way to Rodman, underneath the bridge. I got a nice limit, and I come out. When I came out, it was dead flat, but out in the distance, I see these white caps coming. And I told the guy I was with me, hey, we got to go. We got to go. By the time I fired up that boat and got underneath that bridge, there was 4-footers rolling in. That was dead flat just minutes earlier. And those waves got 4 to 6 footers. And I headed into them. And I ended up going all the way to County Park. And I went inside where you launch. That little cut to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there and caught another nice limit. And I left there. And it took me from County back to Redbud almost an hour. It was that bad.
I think there's a
gnarly.
Was it Jason Borofka that left the south end, headed back to Lakeport for a weigh-in, and he had to run the narrows, and it had gotten big, and he didn't know it. But when he got to I think it was Jason Borofka. When he got to Lakeport, he was missing a power pole.
Oh yeah!
Oh, wow.
And then if you want to see how big it gets, I'm pretty sure it's Matt Luna from the MLF that has a video where he punched a hole. The little kickstand for his Ultrex went through the hull of his boat, where it slammed through the hull. Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say the pick for that video is literally a wave that he's basically spearing. It's coming over the boat.
Oh yeah.
So it definitely gets big. Big.
Moral of the story is, if it's too windy, if you start seeing 4-footers, stick to the bank.
Or even if it's got a projected like crazy wind, right? Be mindful where you launch. Stay in that protected area. I mean, it's not really worth the risk to be like, oh, it's calm now. Because I mean, it goes from calm to
Real bad.
crazy
Real quick.
And if it's a northwest, which is the primary swell we get, or the primary wind we get, or a southeast, 15 miles an hour is too big to cross the lake.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't even attempt it.
Because that gets the entire lake for that to build, which is what we had Saturday when it got so bad. It was that southeast, and with a 15-mile-an-hour wind, we saw easy 4-footers going across the lake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My rule of thumb: if it's 10 miles an hour or faster, don't go out. 10 miles an hour from one end to the next. You know, it might be nice and calm at one end, but on the other end, no.
And don't forget, you got to take the gusts into consideration, right? Because those gusts are really what gets that lake churning. You know, like seems like once it gets going, it takes a lot for it to slow back down. Like it takes a while for it to calm down. Because if you got that wind blowing all the way from the north to the south, you got all that energy coming down. Those waves take forever to clear that whole area.
And one more thing too. So just remember, when you get close to shore, and you have waves hitting the shore, they hit the shore and they come back.
Reverb.
And they grow these peaks, so they're never consistent. They'll just pop up right in front of you, and they'll go down, and they'll just pop up, and they just keep popping up. So those are the ones in a kayak that are unpredictable because you're not going into any waves or going with any waves. You're actually just like in a washing machine, just going wherever it wants you to go. So avoid those types of conditions, the peaks. I call them peaks, but you'll see what I mean. The water will push against it, come back, and it gets really rough. Yeah. Avoid that. If you can, not always easy to avoid it, but if you can avoid it. Yeah.
Scott, you got anything else, bud?
You know what? I think we've covered it pretty good. I mean, just, looking forward to getting out there with you guys and, looking forward to seeing faces that we've seen the past couple of West Coast championships and new faces as well. So if you see any of us on the water, definitely say hi, and we'll try not to yell at you or tell you get out of our way or get out of our area.
Get off my water!
Get off my
100 yards.
Maybe guys, send me a message if you want. Maybe we'll unfortunately Shane and John aren't going, but I'll be there.
I might be able to squeeze in to
Thursday,
Clearlake,
we gotta be off the water early. I know everybody's gonna want to do a bunch of tackle rigging and whatnot, but the Pogo's there in Soda Bay. Maybe we'll all meet up Thursday afternoon. Sit down, have a couple, beers, drink pizza, or eat a pizza, and talk, and then we'll go finish, doing tackle and getting prepped for Friday morning.
I'll meet up with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, can I ride with you? It's like 2 minutes from the house.
And I don't drink, so I can be your DD.
I know, right?
Nice.
Good luck. Good luck, James, Scott, and Matthew. Good luck out there.
Yeah, good luck to all you guys.
Thanks,
Shane, I hope you make it.
I'll try. Yeah.
And everybody make it home safe.
Yes.
Oh, we will.
Like I say, just be safe on the water.
Yeah. Drive safe too.
No pizza for Matthew.
Yeah, no pizza for me.
What's that? What'd you do?
Clean eating, man. Clean eating.
No pizza for me either.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I probably shouldn't eat pizza, but you know what? I'll have a piece for John. Try to get some weight for him.
Oh, okay, John.
Hey, guess what? So I eat so clean anymore. You would be surprised. I got rid of all that. Well, yeah, I quit all that.
Water, chicken broth.
Yeah. Hey, the broth I was drinking, it was like get your sock wet, wring it out in the bowl with some hot water, a little bit of hot water. Yeah, that was it, bro.
Hospital broth, right?
Yeah, it was so unpalatable. It was awful. The Jello.
Glad to see you out, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. The Jello was green and yellow, and there was no taste to it.
That's like the Clearlake water.
Yeah, it was awful.
Man, I tell you what, last time I was in the hospital, the food was like the best, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't a. I don't know. Maybe this is a new cook down there, John.
Yeah,
Come up a little further north to one of our hospitals. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't eat food because it hurt too much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They say that abdominal pain is the worst ever, and I don't know if you guys know what Dilaudid is, but it's 60 times stronger than morphine, and that was the only thing that helped, and it only helped for an hour, and I'd get it every 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That stuff.
pretty bad pain. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what, John? You're kicking. You're alive with
Yeah.
us. You're doing good.
I feel good
Chris,
too.
You're looking good.
Thanks, man.
I'm glad you're back. I was hoping, you know.
Hey, I walked the whole mile yesterday.
Did you?
Good. That's a good.
I did, man.
There you
I walked the
go.
whole mile. Yeah,
Hey,
it took
baby steps. Baby
That's
it took
steps.
me 10 minutes
No,
at a
there's
time.
senior steps, Shane.
Senior
Senior steps.
step. If someone told me a month ago that you'd have a hard time walking a mile, I would have told them crazy.
Have you seen these calves? Good. Bust them out.
Right? I don't have any right now. My buddy came over and he goes, "Wow, dude, your calves are gone." I'm like, awkward.
See, I'm not the only one that noticed it, John. No.
Yeah. Hopefully I get it back. But
Yeah.
hey, I want to keep this weight off, so you're gonna see a new me.
Heck yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. The new me.
New you. You gonna grow it out too, John? You gonna catch up with me or what?
I got a little beard going on. I don't know. It's bothersome. Yeah.
You gotta get it past that.
Just put some
2 week-
beard oil. You'll be fine, man.
That 2 week.
Yeah, I
itchy
tried that
stage,
beard
right?
oil.
and it grows out a little bit longer, and then it stops itching.
Uh-huh.
You're good to go.
Okay. I trimmed it twice already, but
Pro tip, Matt, when you retire. All right.
Nope, no facial hair for me.
yeah, it's the first
good.
time I grew a beard my entire life, and they told me when I was in the hospital no shaving because they had me on blood thinners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could tell you some other stories about bleeding out of places that normally you don't bleed out of.
Don't just-
Hey, that's how we started the episode. We can't do that.
No, thank you.
If I had an orifice you could bleed out of, I bled out of it. How about
goddamn.
that? Yeah. You talk about scary. I was scared, man. My wife was like, "You promise you're going home next week?" And I go, "I'm coming home next week no matter what." I gotta walk out of here. I'm coming home. Yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
A
Well,
lot of
John,
scary stuff.
I'm glad that's behind you now.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, man.
And,
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and thanks
Oh,
everybody for
and yeah, one more thing. So, I write those articles for Western Bath, and I haven't done the one from BSS back in June, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will catch up. So just give me a little bit of time. I hate to neglect it as long as I have, but when it comes to thinking straight, homie, don't think too straight right now.
You really thought straight before.
Yeah.
let
Those
alone
things-
now.
Those things are small compared to you getting better, man.
Oh yeah,
That's
oh, yeah.
that. Take your time.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get that all done, get it caught up. Yeah.
Yep, I know everybody's pulling for John, sending up prayers for him too. So
I
thank
appreciate
you
everybody
guys.
doing that. Yeah. And good luck to everybody. I want to see one of you four up there. I say Damien, but you know something? Anybody can win it. You get on that right school of fish and they're biting, it's on.
Yep.
Right, Matthew?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Although my track record in tournaments this year has been pretty dismal, so
Yeah. Mine too.
Oh,
Mine
I
too.
think other than Scott,
That's why I'm not in
everybody's
it.
struggling. Exactly.
Nah, man. It was just Clearlake and Trinity. Anything else has been not good.
yeah,
Yeah, we need to go to Trinity more often, I think,
I think
right?
so.
I agree.
I agree, man. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it might be a long drive, but you know something? I'd rather drive there than Clearlake.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
about that.
Any day. Any
I
day.
don't know about that.
Oh, you didn't get bit by the bug, then, Matt.
I like Trinity, but I definitely take my Clear Lake.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Clear
the
Lake's
thing,
in the
you
backyard,
you spend
right?
as much time at Trinity as you do at Clear Lake. You'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
6 pounds.
There's
smallmouth
giant
or
largemouth in that
7
lake
pound
too, dude.
Yeah.
I know, but I like grass, and that's just not what Trinity's all about. It's got
They're-
a little bit, but
Not much.
Stumps.
Stumps.
You want to fish the stumps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it up there. I threw the big bait up there and caught some fish on the big bait in that tournament. So
Oh yeah.
I got my first glide bait fish up there.
yeah, sure did.
On
I
that
caught several
big
on
version
it.
of that guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
There you go.
little flag 255.
Yeah.
You know, and too on that Clearlake tournament, I have a feeling that the guy that's going to win it is going to win it on some big baits. He's going to get like 3 big bites each day. I have a feeling.
We'll see.
Well, I'm not winning it.
I'm,
'cause
I'm telling you that.
no big baits.
I'm telling you, the Robert Yamamotos are gonna.
The drop shot.
They're gonna put a run on it.
Yeah,
I think so.
that's true, huh?
I think. I mean, it's gonna take some finesse. But I think as long as you got a good rotation of, I don't know, 3 to 4 baits. Or
Well,
you do
yeah.
you do what those boys did on the BBT. They weren't throwing no big baits. I'll tell you that much.
Nope.
You find that right stuff for that.
And it's a 2-day event. You probably
Yep.
gonna have to have a couple things in your pocket to win.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to pull a pua and try and clean sweep it, you better have a couple things in a couple areas.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And hope to God that the other guys fishing your B and C areas aren't fishing the same way you are.
Yep.
So one question, Matthew and Scott, have you noticed, and I've noticed this at Clearlake, 2-day tournament, where you catch them on day 1, you never catch them on day 2?
That's what I said. BBT. That little 25-yard stretch where we caught 23.5 pounds on Saturday, we had. I don't think we caught a fish out of it Sunday. We didn't. We didn't catch a fish there Sunday. We had 3 or 4 bites, and they were like half-hearted, and that was it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I've
pretty
had the
wild.
opposite. I've had
But
the
you-
opposite experience out there though.
Yeah.
Just totally skunking day 1 and then going out there and day 2 like finishing top 3 for the day 2. And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a 2-day tournament, man. Those are so hard
Uh-huh.
to be consistent in. They're so hard.
3 days of tournaments.
Yeah, and
I
to add on
mean,
Chris
you-
Laird. Oh
you
my
wanna,
god.
Yeah, you want to do the clean sweep, pull a pua. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen again in a while. Cause like, pua just did something special last year. Hands
Well,
down.
and the last time we were at Clearlake, 2022, I had 92.5 the first day, and I had 92.5 on day 3. But I only caught 4 fish on that middle day, which was the day that you could not afford to mess up.
Right.
Yep. So, right on, guys. Well, hey, next week we will not have a show. I will be driving up to Clearlake. So,
Man, come on, man, we can do it from the house.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, do it
we
from the
don't have the
house.
house till Wednesday, dude. I got to do State Park on Tuesday night.
Ah,
Do it
Oh,
on
we do a
Wednesday. then.
campfire episode.
there you go.
Oh, if I have the internet to do it and I am up there in the right time and I can figure this whole restream thing out on my phone, we'll
Yeah.
whip something together. But if not, we won't. But if I can put something together, we will. So we'll play it by
Yeah,
ear.
talk about pre-fishing and how everybody's doing.
Or I won't be able. I will not have fished by the time I do a show on Tuesday because I'm leaving work and not getting up there till Tuesday after the evening. So.
Sounds like a Wednesday show to me.
No, I'm not talking about my
When's it
fish on
Wednesday?
Wednesday. Come on, Matthew.
Yeah, Wednesday,
Well,
Wednesday night.
Maybe Wednesday night we'll get all the rowdy.
You'll have a
bunches
house
out.
full of anglers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Could you imagine the nonsense that's coming out of that crew?
Mhm.
Oh my God, Max, Pua, like there's
Podcast gonna be beep, ba-da-da-da, beep, 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 beep.
It's gonna be straight lies, bro.
What's Pua saying? Anything can go.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys staying up by Soda Bay?
Riviera Point, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
And over the back deck overlooks the. What is that cove there, Matt?
It's the bay where Boren Vega is.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay, I got you.
same house? Same house?
Same house, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, you know the best part is though, I don't have 2 batteries in that black pack to carry down that damn hill. Only one. Oh my God, that sucked carrying my battery box back and forth every day.
Just gonna bring a long extension cord.
God.
Yeah.
I need 2 of them. That's a long ways away, man.
I got a little hand truck that folds up to nothing.
Yeah,
I got it
I wish
at
I would
Harbor
have
Freight.
the little wagon we have for all my kids' football stuff. Or when we go do stuff. I would have had that. That would have been money.
Yep.
That dude, I carry that black box back and forth, man. I'd kick my butt. Oh, jeez. Hey guys, thanks for jumping on tonight. Scott, anybody you want to thank? Anything last minute you want to say?
I just want to thank you guys for inviting me on, man. It's been great talking to you guys and looking forward to seeing you. And then just thank everybody who's kind of reached out over the past couple years. When I post things on Instagram for tournaments and you guys reach out, it's super cool. So appreciate you guys for that.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, Scott, to get you on here. It's been.
Yeah. Hey man, anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. I'll come back with my computer next time, so I'm not in just a little box.
We'll have to get you on if you take second place, next weekend.
Hey, I'll take it.
Scott, the secret is you turn
Right
your phone
behind you, huh?
sideways.
I thought about it, but
That's what I did. I just turned my phone.
Hey, last time he touched his phone, he went bye-bye. So he was like, hey,
Yeah.
nothing else.
I'm a little paranoid right now.
Yeah, Max said we could do it Wednesday night. Maybe we'll do
Oh, it does work.
we'll do what do you want to call it, Max?
Aw.
A collab. There you go.
Well, damn it, Matthew. You should have told us that an hour ago.
Man, I thought y'all knew how to work phones.
I got my forehead cut off.
Maybe
right?
We'll work out something with Max and Pua and Tax, do like a community hole angler prescription, like the collab.
Little collab.
Something like that.
Collab.
Keep it on.
You know what you do is Wednesday, get over there and have each person sit down and just drill them.
Spotlight in their face.
John,
Yeah.
I'll have you on the other end.
Or the
Yeah,
fish.
we're gonna make them sweat.
Yeah, we'll drill them.
John
Yeah.
wants to know.
Yeah, get the brightest light you got and put it over their head, like Matthew
You
said.
got a stream light that's pretty rad.
Ours, you know how they do the people that aren't supposed to be seen, they put them in the shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, put them in the shadow.
I'm all
Take
for
your
this.
phone and go around to everyone's rods and show them what they got lined
There
up.
you go.
You know?
There you go. Say, whose rods are these?
We ain't gonna be waterboard nobody, but we'll do a beer board a couple of the other guys. I think Max would probably enjoy that a little too much.
Good old fashioned hazing.
You know what cracks me up is when I look at people's rods, I was thinking, Jesus, what is that? I'm looking at it. I ain't never seen a lure like that in my life. And then there's other people I look at like, okay, this guy's got something going on here.
Or you look at mine and you're like, this guy's confused. Exactly. That's what I want you to think.
Guys fishing for the wrong species.
Bro, why you got an inline spinner on that? Is that power bait?
Hey, it could be a bite. Could be a
Yeah.
bite. Who knows?
Half the rods I carry with me are just there for looks.
Hey,
Yep.
every time I turn around, you're catching a trout. So I already think you're throwing power bait, bro.
Well,
You got those mouse tails.
Matt,
Yeah, all the
any last minute things, bud?
Yeah, I need to thank Amanda.
There
Her
you go.
birthday is
Amanda.
Saturday. Her birthday is the 16th, the
Oh,
first day of
happy
the tournament.
birthday.
Oh,
Happy
Yes,
birthday,
sir.
Amanda.
I'm going to be fishing a tournament instead of home with my wife on her birthday. So definitely got to thank
Coming up
her.
with you?
Nah, she's got tournaments to run.
She don't want to be in that rowdy house with us. Come
Nope.
on now.
She spent the last weekend in Hawaii, and then, like I said, this weekend we're going to Shasta to celebrate her birthday a week early. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
21st,
Right on.
Amanda.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
21st birthday. Man, I think she's watching YouTube. Yeah,
She
she's
gets a
watching
drink
YouTube.
now.
Yeah, she's always gone. So I mean, she leaves. I think her next trip is back to South Carolina. She's got another tournament to run back there.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
She gets
Always
to go home
gone.
and you're stuck here.
And
taking
what
care of
tournament?
dogs and chickens and. Yeah.
I got some more chickens if you want them.
Chickens are easy. You just feed and water them. They're good to go.
Yeah, that's kind of like dogs, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
find out if she wants some goats. I got some goats she can have.
Oh,
too.
don't even tell her that, because I know she does.
I got how many of those stupid things we got now? Like 7 or 8, 9,
Ugh.
something like that.
I don't need any right now.
My buddy had goats. He hated
They're
them.
worthless. They're worthless. They don't even
Yeah,
eat my
he
field. I still got to mow the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, he got rid of them all, and he got some sheep, and then he started this business where get electrical fence and put it out in the field, and the sheep will go out there and graze and fertilize and cut the field down, and he moves them over a little bit more and does that.
Yeah.
I wish mine would do that. I still got to mow the stupid thing.
No, that sheep, he does it with sheep.
Well,
Yeah.
goats are supposed to eat it too.
Yep.
Yeah, but he told me those goats just no. He
And then
said those
there-
are waste
I
of
got
money.
one. This stupid goat has not figured out she can't put her head through the goddamn fence. How many times I had to pull her head out of the fence? And I swear to God, her horns get stuck in it all the time.
Cut the horns off.
She's too old for that now. But I got parts in the fence. I'm constantly cutting the fence to get her head out because you can't just bend it. Because like I try to bend it and try to put it through there, and then you're like, it's gonna choke her. I'm like, I can't do that. So we got snip. Here we go. Come on, you stupid goat. Dumb things. Anyway,
Hey.
back to Matthew. Amanda, thank you. Anything else?
Yeah, happy birthday, Amanda.
Yeah, like I said, I'll let her know. She's watching her YouTube or her Netflix.
Man, she's supposed to be watching the show. Ask her what's up with that.
I don't know what she's watching right now. I can just see it's Netflix.
That's funny. Turn into goat tacos. I don't know about that, Max. My kids might be a little just upset with that one, but
Little barbacoa for the tournament weekend.
Jesus. Oh my God.
So
Where-
Matthew, you said that you're eating clean now. Did you go through the detox?
Well, I started on August 1st, just eating clean, which I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I do fasts and everything else every year
Uh-huh.
because I got weigh-ins. So this
Right.
time we're just doing a clean eating thing, kind of like Shane.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Who else was doing it? Somebody else, not Joe Orozco. He's
Yeah.
lost a ton of weight. But
Marv's doing it
Yeah.
too.
yeah. So just vegetables, fruits, meat, very little carbs.
Mhm.
Thankfully, these chickens at least provide me eggs to eat for breakfast. So
There you go.
Those chickens
Drop
can
some weight.
provide you chicken.
If it's in a
for
box,
dinner,
stay
too.
away from it.
yeah,
Yeah.
one
when
one
you go-
ingredient.
when you go to the grocery store, don't go in the middle lanes. Stay on the outside.
Yep.
That's where all the good stuff's at.
Oh, I could talk to you guys for an hour on this stuff right now.
Jeremy
That's the-
Ralston. Jeremy Ralston's the other one who's lost a bunch of weight. He used to fish with us. He's lost like 41 pounds in 46 days or something like that, just doing the clean eating.
Shane, how much have you lost?
Today I'm down 43 pounds.
Heck yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely
I
amazing.
feel amazing. So, yep.
You
So,
look good. You look good.
Yeah, no, good. Energy levels are amazing. I still got a long ways to go, but I'm sure a hell of a lot further now than I was 2 months ago. So that's all
There
that
you go.
matters.
Hell yeah, man.
Shane lost the 43 pounds, and I found it. No,
Yeah.
Hey,
I've
if
been
you want to lose,
stuck in a stupid loader for the last 2 weeks. I haven't been able to get off my butt for like 12 hours every day. It's terrible.
if you want to lose a lot of weight real quick, I got the hospital diet for you.
No, thank you, John.
Pass on that, John.
I got some dirty socks here somewhere.
I want to be able to walk more than
Yeah.
a mile today. All right.
Yeah. It was weird. Just getting out of bed at one point was a chore.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it was after my back surgery, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing
I
how
lost-
quick your body
your
just
muscle
takes
goes by
Quick.
real fast.
over real quick.
That's why I've got that extra 43 pounds on me from that stupid thing.
It's insurance.
It's
Hey, Mike.
insulation for the winter. When we're out there
There you
fishing.
go.
It's freezing cold. You all are out there. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm like, let's go.
Oh, I'll cuddle up next to you then.
You guys are
Let me get a
looking
bigger
jealous.
boat first, there, Scott. Sean Beach and his carnivore diet. That man, he sticks that thing hardcore too.
Yeah,
He's
carnivore
doing that.
diet. That's a good diet. You just got to be careful not to go into ketosis.
What's that? What diet?
Carnivore.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm on right now. Yeah.
You got to check your blood sugar. Make sure you don't go in ketosis. You check your blood sugar?
Yeah, I check it every day. Ketones are totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ketones is a byproduct of fat burn. So
Right.
when you're burning fat, you're basically producing ketones. And a matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
your brain actually rather feed off of ketones. They love ketones. So
Yes.
that's where you hear a lot of people say, I have no brain fog. When you are on carbs and you are eating crappy, it's very easy to have brain fog. But when you're burning fat and you're fat adapted and burning ketones, like you don't have brain fog. You're just full of energy. So I check my glucose daily. Because I was pre-diabetic. I didn't have issues where my glucose would spike very high after meals, but my AC1 was, borderline. So now I check it every day, and I range, anywhere from like 80 to 90 during a fast, and then after I eat, it doesn't spike. Right now, it's not. I just ate earlier, and I'm still sitting in the 90s. It didn't spike up much at all.
Yeah,
So,
good. Yeah, that's all.
but the carnivore diet is more zero carb, but I eat like a king. I mean, when I break my fast, I like today for lunch, I had 9 ounces of ground beef and 5 eggs, and I'm about ready to put a 1 pound ribeye on the
About to say
griddle.
that ribeye with the
Damn.
lemon butter sauce the other night. I was like, oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So, honestly, I feel amazing. It's just like day and night difference. Like my sleeping's better. Ache and pains aren't there anymore. I mean, geez, I can go on.
What kind of eggs do you eat?
They come from my backyard, and they're
Scrambled?
scrambled whole eggs, or sometimes I'll fry them. I'll fry them in butter sometimes. So
So go on Gordon Ramsay and look on how he makes his scrambled eggs.
okay,
Yeah, that's what I have every morning.
all right,
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Yeah,
Best eggs. They're scrambled eggs. They're not dry, and they're really good. Yeah, basically what you do is you get a saucepan, put butter on it, and then you
Okay.
put 6 eggs in it, and you stir it. You just keep stirring it, and then when it gets a little hot, you take it off the heat, stir it, put it back on, stir it, back and forth.
that's exactly how I make them.
Just-
I don't
Gordon
mix
Ramsay
them
over
up
here.
I just crack them all in and put them
Yeah.
in the butter, and then I just stir it around
it.
until it gets to the consistency that I want.
Yeah,
So
they're real wet, but they're really good. Yeah,
yeah, so
healthy.
Take that nice bacon you ate and you crack your eggs
6
and fry them in the bacon grease.
I was honestly, it was for me, it was I just didn't like how especially like after tournaments, man, I'd have a bad tournament, and dude, I had so much rage. I was just kind of like, what the fuck? Why can't, I just wasn't positively thinking, like, my mental was not good. So finally I just said, dude, I just got to do something about it. And, I was going through a lot of depression for, PMA. I was going through a lot of depression, obviously. I mean, some people know my back history. I mean, I was big at one point, lost a ton of weight. I was running, went from my first 5K all the way to my first 100-mile race that I finished in like 4 years. And then I was down to 195 pounds.
Wow.
And I just got, I got burnt out from running 70, 80 miles a week or more. And so I found a passion of fishing again in the kayak and stopped running. And obviously when you're a big guy and you stop, you gain it all back. And that's exactly what happened. But I fought a lot of depression and everything during that. So, one of the things people won't understand until it happens is once you get out of that area for the first 2 weeks, you start eating good. Like I feel amazing. Like I'm not fighting depression no more. I'm ready to get up and go at it and do anything at this point. So,
Good.
yeah. So,
Yeah, the carnivore diet too, it makes you feel better.
oh yeah.
It actually makes you feel a lot better. Your body really enjoys all that meat, and
Yep.
it craves it, and that protein goes well, and your digestive system works a little better. You know,
Yeah.
you feel better. It seems like your joints don't hurt as much. I mean,
Nope.
there's a lot of benefits to it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
things that people don't realize. I mean, avocado oil and olive oil are the only two oils that should go in your body, other than maybe some tallow, and all those seed oils that they hide in those chips, like hydrogenated
bad news.
oils. It's all bad news for your body. I mean, all that stuff you don't realize it until you get it all out of your system and start going, holy smokes, I feel freaking amazing, so yeah, it's and obviously if anyone's wanting help or anything like that with how to go about doing something, I'm no doctor, but I can at least get you on the path, and
Yeah, it's
just
working for you.
reach out. Yeah, it's
Working
worked for
for
me.
you.
It works for a lot of people. Dude, I could go on and on and on. I mean, John, I mean, we've talked, but it's one of those things where you go to the doctor and the doctor's like, "Oh, you're pre-diabetic." Well, you're assuming I'm pre-diabetic. You look at a big fat boy, you think he's pre-diabetic. Well, we're going to get you some medication so you can manage it. Well,
Metformin.
what's managing? So I can continue to eat what I'm eating, and you're just going to feed me medication, or get me on the right path for the right food, and then I don't have to have medication.
Yep.
That's just how the medical industry works. So,
Yep. Hey,
like I said,
kudos to you, buddy. We'll
That was
talk
mine
to
too.
Yeah.
My blood pressure was insanely high, and they wanted to put me on blood pressure meds. And I told them, I said, "How about if I diet?"
yeah,
They were like, "Well, we'll do that for 3 months and see how it is." And I was like, "All right,
yeah,
I don't want pills."
yeah.
you. No,
Right.
exactly. That's
No.
why I gotta figure out what's causing the gout, man. I can't get rid of it. I keep on getting flare-ups of it here and there.
I had gout
last
flare-ups a lot, and I don't have any issues with gout right now at all. And a lot of it, I don't even think it's truly the amount of meat I might have been taking in, because gout comes from a lot of reasons, but a lot of it they'll point to, your uric acid from too much protein and things like that. But it's not. I don't think it's that. I think a lot of it has to do with the crappy foods and choices
All
we're
that, all
eating.
that poison
I think
that's in
so,
that
yeah.
processed
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah, look at those little bars and look at how many pieces of ingredients are in it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, before you eat something, just look at all the list. And if it's like
Yeah.
more than 4 sentences or 4
Yep.
lines, just
Yeah.
don't
Like
even eat
everything.
it.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
for instance, you go. Wife went to get bacon. She got picked up bacon crumbles or whatever from Costco. And it's real bacon. Well, I went to go grab it the other day, and I looked at it. It said 0 carbs. I'm like, oh, that's good. I looked down. What's the ingredient in there? Sugar. There's sugar in bacon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, why do we need sugar? I understand some preservatives and stuff like that, which that's a whole different conversation. But sugar, really?
Scott's
sugar
over there
on-
eating a little Debbie.
Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Hey,
All right.
we'll catch you hopefully.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Yep.
Next
Good luck next week, everybody.
Wednesday
Good luck.
night is what
Appreciate
we're
it.
shooting
Thanks,
for
John.
at the house.
Yeah. All right. Wednesday night, let's have a party at the house. I want to pretend I'm there. That's the only way I'll be there.
Heck
You
yeah.
got to get me online. I'll talk
Heck
for 8
yeah.
hours. I don't care.
I know
Hell
you
yeah.
will. All right, y'all. We'll catch you.